everyone. In this video, we'll be discussing about the enablers and drivers of supply chain performance. So, what are enablers and drivers of supply chain? It is first one is the facility. So, the best example what we take is in the facilities there are two major types. One is production sites and the storage sites. So, decisions regarding the role, location, capacity, and flexibility of facilities have a significant impact on supply chain performance. For example, if you take Amazon has increased the number of warehouses facility so that they'll be able to reach the customer at the faster rate, stored in different locations so that the responsiveness is faster, facility costs show under property, plant and equipment. If facilities are owned by the firm or underselling, so they are to be taking the locations at the least so that they'll be able to extend the facilities to the customer. Another example what it tells about is a Greigner who was responsible in stocking large amount of inventory and satisfying customer demand from stock even though the high inventory level reduces efficiency. So if the inventory is very high level, then the capital becomes blocked, you won't be able to produce the product. So strategy using high inventory levels can be dangerous in fashion apparels business, where inventory losses value relatively quickly with changing seasons and trends. So like this, you have to take care. You do not stock large amounts of products. So based on the demand, you are supposed to release the product. Simply putting the products on warehouse, it will be taking a lot of time. So transportation is an important part in the supply chain. So when you transport goods, you have to check the mode and routes so that the products won't fail. So their performance is very important. Transportation choices have a larger impact on supply chain responsiveness and efficiency. So here, best example is the FedEx, where products are moved from one location to other location, but the cost associated with FedEx is high. So Greigner and MasterCard have structured supply chain to provide next day service to most of their customers using ground transportation. So like this, various ways of transportation is available so that they will be able to reach the customer at a faster rate. So the information consists of data analysis concerned facilities, inventory, transportation cost, prices and customer throughout the supply chain. So you must have all the parameters so that when you want to expand, you have to be very careful. So expansion also must be able to generate profit to the company. Otherwise, the company will be under loss. So what is sourcing? You will see in this slide. Sourcing is the choice of who will perform a particular supply chain activity such as production, storage, transportation, or the management of information at the strategic level. These decisions determine what functions a firm performs and what functions the firm outsources. Sourcing, it will be how you do sourcing, whether you do outsourcing, internal outsourcing or external outsourcing. So here he gives an example of Motorola, where the products are outsourced, which are manufactured in China. So Motorola started flying some of its cell phones from China, even though this choice increased the transportation cost. Flextronics, another company, where they had a sourcing option to its customer. So Flextronics hopes to become an effective source for all the customers using this combination of facilities. Sourcing costs show up in the cost of goods sold and recorded under accounts payable. So like this, sourcing cost is supposed to record. So further, if you take pricing determines how much a firm will charge for goods and services that it makes available in the supply chain. So pricing has an effect on the Pricing affects the behavior of the buyer of the goods or services, affecting the supply chain. So if overheads are more, then automatically the cost will more. Cost will be more. So we have to take care the unwanted expenses which is going to come, so that we'll be able to reduce the cost of the product, so that the response rate is good. So if you take a supply chain strategy, the flow diagram is like this. Supply chain strategy framework, it will be at the center, surrounded by collaboration strategy, demand flow strategy, customer service strategy, technology integration strategy. So there are different types of strategy which are supposed to consider. But the supply chain strategy framework, it is extended to all the 4 other strategies, so that the supply chain it will be having a major impact. So first it tells about the collaboration strategy. In the collaboration strategy, there are 3 types of collaboration: manufacturer and customer collaboration, manufacturer and supplier collaboration, collaboration with third party and fourth party logistic movers. So like this, with all the people you have to collaborate, so that the product which was brought as a raw material, the finished product must be able to reach the customer. If it is integrated supply chain management, you can see all departments will come into picture: storage and transportation, manufacturing, material management, demand and lead time, inventory management and control, purchasing and supplier partnership, customer analysis, order fulfillment. So like this, all the phases are very much needed. Demand flow strategy. When you come to demand flow strategy, there will be continuous flow of demand information from the customer, so that he will be able to satisfy the customer. So if there is a delay, there may be shift in the purchasing of the product. So customer service strategy, whenever there is a failure, customer satisfaction level must be defined. So it is directly proportional to the service provided by the company. So customer service strategy, it is very much important to correct the mistakes happening in the organization. So it comes in the form of feedback from the wholesaler and also from the retailer, so that corrective action will be taken.